A CBS News investigation tonight raises new questions about the leadership of one of the top Catholic officials in this country, Cardinal Daniel DiNardo, who is head of the U.S. Conference of Bishops. He is also one of the most vocal critics of the church's handling of the sex abuse scandal. But earlier this year, a priest Cardinal DiNardo had promoted was arrested for allegedly abusing 2 children. On tonight's Eye on America, our investigation looks at DiNardo's actions. Here's Nikki Battiste.
We must begin the healing process by eliminating the evil of sexual abuse.
Cardinal Daniel DiNardo has been the Archbishop of Galveston, Houston since 2006, and he's vowed by January to release a list of all the priests in Houston who have been, in the church's judgment, credibly accused of sexually abusing a child.
It's not going to be a complete list.
John LaBonte, who's speaking out for the first time, says that Cardinal DiNardo has allowed this priest, Father John Keller, to continue presiding over one of the largest Catholic churches in Houston. LaBonte says Keller molested him when he was 16 years old.
I shrank. I was like, I'm not here. I left my body. You know, I mean, they say, oh, there's the flight and fright. Well, I was like in the frozen.
You've never shared your story publicly before. Why did you decide to speak out?
It's my duty as a Catholic. Not that I want to do it, but I have to.
LaBonte brought his allegations to the Archdiocese. In 2002, he says he told them that Father Keller plied him with alcohol and fondled him in his bed on an overnight trip.
Well, I mean, right here where it says, acted very inappropriate.
A letter from the Archdiocese says that Father Keller acknowledged holding LaBonte in a manner inappropriate for a priest, but denied any sexual intent. Ultimately, the church could not conclude that what happened constituted sexual abuse. The church promised to put Father Keller into therapy, and Cardinal DiNardo has kept him in active ministry.
Peace be with you.
At Prince of Peace Church, where our CBS News cameras captured Cardinal DiNardo visiting recently.
Just last week, we saw Cardinal DiNardo in Father John Keller's church. What does that tell you?
If he knows, then he's a liar, and it makes me angry. And if he doesn't know, then he's a bad administrator, and he needs to know.
We pored over court records and turned up graphic allegations against a second active priest in Houston. In a sworn affidavit, a victim accused Father Terrence Brinkman of wearing his priest collar as he sodomized me as a 12-year-old in the 1970s. Attorneys for Cardinal DiNardo's Archdiocese argued that the statute of limitations had passed and the case was thrown out of court. Today, Father Brinkman is a priest at St. John the Evangelist. In a statement, Father Brinkman denied any involvement, saying, "I cannot tell you that these events did not take place, but I was not the person who did them to him." And the Archdiocese says the victim provided a physical description that does not match Father Brinkman.
Hi, Nikki Battiste with CBS News. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
With all due
But I'm going to a meeting.
We spent 3 months asking for a formal interview with Cardinal DiNardo. He never made himself available, so we caught up with him in the hallway during the Conference of U.S. Bishops in Baltimore last week.
Are you aware that you have 2 priests with credible sexual abuse allegations currently in active ministry in your diocese?
It depends what names you're talking about.
Father John Keller and Reverend Terrence
That's not a
Brinkman.
credible one.
Are
Terry was never credible.
Are those the 2 names going to be on your list of credibly accused priests that you released in January?
We're working on the list.
Does the name John LaBonte sound familiar?
Yes. I would prefer to do this at another time.
We've been requesting. We'd love to sit down.
At another time, yeah.
Is there anything you say to the survivors and victims?
CBS News has spoken with more than 20 people with knowledge of allegations made against priests in the Archdiocese of Galveston, Houston. Not one has been contacted by church authorities or investigators. When Cardinal DiNardo releases his list of credibly accused priests in January,
As they say, see you in church.
John LaBonte will be watching for one name in particular.
Do you think Father John Keller's name will be on that list?
I don't think so.
What would you say to Father Keller today?
Come clean. You step up.
What would you say to Cardinal DiNardo?
Don't leave any stones unturned. Put effort into it. Fix the problem.
The Department of Justice recently requested Cardinal DiNardo and every one of the nearly 200 Catholic dioceses across the country preserve their private internal documents as a wide-ranging federal investigation appears to be getting underway. In his statement to CBS News, Cardinal DiNardo said that the church will cooperate fully with any investigation, Jeff.
Nikki Battiste, thank you.